A full day of eating, regenerative edition. Delicious, nutrient-dense meals that heal your body and the soil. Hey friends, if you have ever scrolled through those what I eat in a day posts and thought, yeah, but is this actually good for the planet too? You're not alone. That is exactly why I put together this full day of eating regenerative edition. I am all about real food that tastes amazing, keeps me energized from sunrise to bedtime, and comes from farms that are actually rebuilding the soil instead of stripping it. Regenerative eating is not some trendy diet. It is choosing pasture-raised meats, eggs from happy hens on rotating grasslands, veggies grown with cover crops and no-till methods, and ingredients that put more life back into the earth than they take out. The bonus? These foods are ridiculously nutrient-dense, more vitamins, minerals, and flavor than the average supermarket stuff. Today I'm walking walking through exactly what I ate from the moment I rolled out of bed until I turned out the lights. No fancy calorie counts, no rigid macros, just honest, crave-worthy meals that left me feeling strong, satisfied, and genuinely excited about tomorrow. Let us dive in. Starting the day right, hydration plus morning ritual. I wake up and the first thing that hits my system is a big mug of warm bone broth. I simmered it myself from grass-fed beef bones, sourced from a local regenerative ranch that rotates their cattle across pastures. It is rich, savory, and packed with collagen and minerals that my joints and gut love. A squeeze of fresh lemon and a pinch of high-quality sea salt. And I am good to go. This keeps me steady until breakfast. No blood sugar roller coaster here. Breakfast, the ultimate regenerative scramble. About an hour later, I am in the kitchen cracking pasture-raised eggs from hens that spend their days foraging on lush, region-managed grasslands. Those yolks are bright orange for a reason. Hello, extra beta-carotene and omega-3s. I scramble them gently in grass-fed ghee, the kind from cows that graze on diverse pastures. I toss in a huge handful of fresh spinach and baby kale grown on a no-till regenerative farm nearby, and finish with a dollop of homemade sauerkraut for that probiotic punch. On the side, a thick slice of sourdough, fermented for better digestibility, slathered with more grass-fed butter and topped with half an avocado. Every bite feels grounding and energizing. I swear my body knows the difference when the food comes from soil that is actually alive. Mid-morning boost. By 10:30, I am usually deep into work, so I grab a small bowl of full-fat yogurt made from grass-fed milk. The cows behind this yogurt live on regenerative pastures, too. Rotational grazing means healthier animals and healthier soil. I stir in a handful of fresh blueberries from a regenerative orchard that uses cover crops between rows, and a sprinkle of toasted pumpkin seeds. It is creamy tot, sweet, and keeps the hanger away without weighing me down. Lunch, hearty beef stir-fry that actually regenerates the land. Lunch is where things get seriously satisfying. I saute grass-fed ground beef from a farm that practices holistic grazing. Those cows are literally building topsoil while they eat. I throw in a rainbow of regenerative veggies, broccoli, carrots, and bok choy from local growers using compost and no chemicals. A splash of homemade bone broth that glazes the pan, and I finish with a big scoop of kimchi on top. The flavors pop. Savory, crunchy, tangy, and I feel fueled for the afternoon without that post-lunch slump. Pro tip: when you eat meat from regenerative sources, you are supporting a system that sequesters carbon and increases biodiversity. Win-win for your plate and the planet. Afternoon pick-me-up. Around 3 p.m., I reach for something simple but powerful. A small piece of raw grass-fed cheese, the kind aged slowly on a regenerative dairy, paired with a crisp apple from a nearby orchard that lets the trees grow among diverse grasses and wild flowers. It is just enough to bridge the gap to dinner without snacking mindlessly. Dinner, slow-cooked chicken and root veggies. Evenings are for winding down, so dinner is cozy and nourishing. I slow-cooked pasture-raised chicken thighs. Again, birds that lived their best life on region pasture. With sweet potatoes, onions, and garlic, all grown regeneratively. I roasted everything together in the oven with rosemary from my little backyard herb patch and a generous pour of extra virgin olive oil from a grove practicing regenerative methods. On the side, a massive salad of mixed greens, radishes, and microgreens from the same soil-building farm, dressed with a simple lemon olive oil vinaigrette. The chicken is fall-apart tender, the veggies caramelized and sweet, and the whole plate feels like a warm hug after a long day. Evening wind down. Before bed, I sometimes enjoy a small square of 85% dark chocolate sourced from farms that regenerate cacao landscapes, or a cup of herbal tea with a teaspoon of raw honey from local regenerative beekeepers. Nothing heavy, just something to signal day is done. How this regenerative day feels. Here's the real talk. I wake up with steady energy, stay focused without crashes, and sleep like a baby. My digestion is happy, my skin looks brighter, and I know every bite supported farmers who are healing the land instead of harming it. That feels good on a deeper level. If you are curious about switching to regenerative eating, start small. Swap one thing this week. Pasture-raised eggs, a regenerative veggie box, or grass-fed meat from a local ranch. Ask your farmers market vendors how they grow or raise their food. Taste the difference and you will never go back. What does your regenerative day look like? Drop your favorite regenerative swap or meal in the comments. I read every single one. If you want more full day eating ideas, seasonal recipes, or tips on finding region food in your area, hit subscribe or follow along. Here's to food that nourishes us and the planet. See you in the next one.